Hey everybody! So today's tutorial is how to make your own pictures for the inside of this picture frame Freshie. Again, I always link all of the materials used in the notes so that you can find them. This frame is from Natalie's Creations. It's the picture frame. And you will also need a digital image to put inside of it, and I'll show you how to get one if you don't already have one. And then you'll also need to download Cricut Design Space. Now, Cricut Design Space is free, and you can use it even if you don't have a Cricut. So that's going to be what I use today. So even if you plan on cutting your picture out by hand, I would still download Cricut Design Space. So first things first, I just went over to Google. I Googled Highland cow, and I found this picture that I decided I wanted to use. So I'm just going to right click on it. I'm going to say save image as, and then I'm going to name it whatever I would like. So I'm just going to name it Highland. And then here we can see that it downloaded. Oh, that one's really cute too. So now the next thing that you need to do is you just need to go over to Cricut Design Space. You can start a new frame. Your home page will look like this, okay? So once you've created an account, once you've logged in, it'll look like this. You're just going to go over here to this sidebar. You're going to go to Canvas, and then yours will open up a new canvas, or you can click New. And then here I put the dimensions for you. First, though, let's get our picture into Design Space. Now, if you don't have a Cricut, if you don't have a Cricut, I think you're limited to only uploading 10 images. So just be aware of that they'll only let you upload 10 a month unless you subscribe to Design Space. Now, I'm not 100% sure on that. You'll want to fact check me, but just know that there might be a limit. Oh, here you can see some other stuff I've been working on. Whoops. Okay, here's my Highland cow image. So then I'm going to hit open, and then we're just going to say complex. I don't need to edit out any background, so I'm just going to say apply and continue. Then I'm going to say print and cut. Here you can name it whatever you would like, and then you're going to say upload. So now this makes it so that we can add it into our canvas once it's done thinking. Sometimes it takes a long time. Okay, so I'm going to click on the image. I'm going to come down here and say add to canvas. And then it will be here on my canvas, and it will be huge. I'm going to lock this up here so that it doesn't change the height to width aspect. And then I'm going to make it down to 4 inches just so that I can see a little easier. Now, the way that I like to do this, you could just change the image right here. You could just type in this one. You're going to want the longer width. So this 3.25 by 2.6. You could change that in here, and that would be the right size. The thing is, though, is doing it that way can skew your image. So another way you can do it if you don't want to change your image is you can go to shapes. You can click on a square, and then you're going to come up here and you're going to unlock this, and that will allow you to change the width and then change the height. So my width I would like is 3.25, and my height I would like is 2.6. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to change this to, let's see, I'm going to change this to just be a line. Yeah, I'm going to tell it to draw, because what that does, and then I'm going to make this a neon color so it's easy to see. What this does is it allows me to put the frame over my picture. If I can grab it. Sorry guys, it's really skinny. It allows me to put it over my picture, and I can see exactly what parts I'm going to keep. So it makes it a little bit easier to figure out what image I like. So let's say I wanted to make my cow a little bigger. You could do that. So let's say I like it right here. All you're going to do is you're going to click and drag over both of them so that it selects the square and it selects your picture. You're going to go down here to where it says slice. And then what we can do is I can pull away this piece, and what it does is it just cuts out right over my line. So now you can see that this picture is sized to fit inside the mold. Now you can also do vertical. So here I put the dimensions for vertical. You can even use this same exact template. You would just go up here to rotate and say 90 degrees, and then this would give you the right sizing for a vertical image. Now when you're all ready, you obviously won't have these words here. You'll just have your pictures that you're ready to print. Cricut can print it can print a width of 6.75 by 9.25. So if you're like me and you want to fit as much as you can on a page, I make a rectangle like this. And then what I do, I'll show you some that I have made. What I do is I go in and I line these up within that square to fit as many as I can. And then you highlight all of them and then you go down to attach, and that will help stick them together. So I'm just gonna hide this. I like to hide this square as well because otherwise it would print. So hide everything you don't want to print, and then you're gonna go up here to make it. It's going to say, how are you going to load all your materials? Because I have these extra ones. I'm just going to say on the mat. Now, again, you do not have to have a Cricut for this. It will print out this obnoxious line around it. But if you don't have a Cricut, what you can do is you can just go in with scissors and you can just cut around your image or use a paper cutter. And then your image is good to go. If you do have a Cricut, then you can just go on to the next page and you can have your Cricut cut them out for you. And then once you have all of that done, you'll be able to bake your picture in and make a final product. So thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you bought this mold while it was on sale a little bit ago. If not, you can use code SAVE on the website and that will take off an extra 10%. Leave a comment if you need any help. I've also linked our Freshie support group in the bottom and we would love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be notified when I post future videos.